Welcome. Today we're going to be working on factoring in the form x squared plus bx plus c. To start, we have an example of binomials being multiplied. So I'll go ahead and multiply this. You can follow along. We'll have an x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. Now I'll check and see if I can combine like terms. I can, and here we go. X squared with an 8x and a 15. So the question is, what is the relationship between 15 and 5 and 3? Well, how about for 8 and 5 and 3? You got it right. When you think about this, the 8 comes from or as a result of 5 and 3 summed up together. Meanwhile, 15 comes from 5 and 3 being multiplied together. So in our process of factoring, we will be observing factors of the last number in your trinomial, the third term, and find factors that multiply to that value at the same time must add up to the coefficient of the middle term. Let's go ahead. I have our first example here with an x squared plus 15x plus 36. Let's go ahead and list down factors of 36 that may possibly add to 15. So we will look for the one that should correspond to 15. I have a 1 and 36. I have a 2 and an 18, a 3 and a 12, a 4 and a 9, and a 6 and a 6. So these all multiply to 36. Now let's check if the sum of each pair will be 15. Definitely not this. Not this. I see. A 3 and a 12 definitely adds up to a 15. Alright, let's go on ahead and think about this. In our previous example, 5 and 3, right here, summed up to 8, multiplied to 15. And they were placed in the corresponding sections or areas. So if you think about it, we must put 3 and 12 in sections right here. You know it will produce a binomial. So by all means, let's go ahead and do a plus 3 and a plus 12. So 3 and 12 multiplied to 36 and summed up to 15. Let's go ahead and work on another example. Let's list down factors of 24 that could add up to 10. I have a 1 and 24, a 2 and a 12, a 3 and an 8, a 4 and a 6. I think that's about it. So now let's go ahead and check which of these pairs must add up to 10. You got it right. It's a 4 and a 6 down here. So we'll go ahead and do a plus 4 and plus 6. And you can always go ahead and check to see if you factored correctly. Take a look at this. If I do our FOIL method and apply it, the first terms will result in x squared. The outer terms, the x and the 6. The inner terms, the 4 and the x. And the last terms will result in 24. Now let's combine like terms. I should have an x squared, a 10x, and a 24. So that's how you can check that you factored correctly.